My friends threw a birthday party with my credit card. The cops were optional. The humiliation wasn't. My inner circle of 10 years had planned a luxury birthday weekend on my credit card, then ghosted me the second the check-in cleared. I stood at the front desk, staring at a room occupied status on a suite I paid for. I called Mark. Voicemail. I texted Sarah. Delivered. No read. Then I saw the notification. A charge for $5,000. Vintage Cristal. I pulled up their Instagram story. They were toasting to the weekend of the century and laughing. Glad the buzzkill is stuck downstairs, Mark shouted over the bass. Heat climbed my neck and my hands went cold. I wasn't just left behind, I was being robbed in real time. That's when the real bombshell dropped. I opened my iPad and synced it to the room's smart system. They hadn't just ghosted me today, they'd been planning this coup for months. I found a hidden folder in our shared drive titled The Europe Fund. Except it wasn't for Europe. It was a breakdown of how to use my bonuses to fund their lifestyle. He's too desperate to notice, Sarah had commented on a doc 3 weeks ago. Just use his card for the deposit, we'll ditch him at the bar. I didn't storm upstairs immediately. Step 1 wasn't screaming. Step 1 was receipts. I went to the concierge and printed the chat logs. I pulled the itemized folio, $800 for a private chef, $400 for massages, and a $2,000 damage deposit they'd already burned through. I walked into the elevator with the general manager and 2 security guards. I swiped my master key. The music died the second the heavy oak doors flew open. Mark froze, a shrimp cocktail halfway to his mouth. Sarah's fake smile faltered as she saw the security behind me. OMG, we thought you got lost parking the car, she squealed, her voice pitching up in panic. We were just about to call you. Call me? I asked, my voice deadly calm. I walked to the sound system and plugged in my phone. Sarah's voice from the video blasted through the speakers. Glad the buzzkill is stuck downstairs. The room went dead silent. Mark stood up, his face flushing red. You're invading our privacy. This is toxic behavior, man. Toxic? I snapped, stepping closer until he flinched. Toxic is spending 10 grand of my money and calling me a buzzkill. I tossed the printed chat logs onto the glass coffee table. Then I held up the folio. I canceled the card, Mark. Every transaction in the last hour. Declined. That champagne you're holding, that's theft. Sarah tried to grab my arm. Please, don't make a scene. It's my birthday weekend. And it's my suite, I hissed, pulling away. The manager is here to escort you out. Mark's girlfriend, who I actually liked, looked at the logs and stood up. You guys actually typed this? She asked, horrified. I'm out. She grabbed her bag and walked past them without a word. Mark tried to go on offense. You always do this. You buy things to control us because you have no personality. I leaned in, eye to eye. I don't buy friends. I just finally stopped renting fake ones. I dropped the keycard on the table. You have 5 minutes before the cops arrive for theft of services. I sat on the balcony and watched them get escorted out. They dragged their luggage past a lobby full of people looking at their feet. My phone exploded the next morning with long paragraphs about misunderstandings and mental health. I didn't reply. I just forwarded them the Venmo request for the champagne they opened. They didn't pay it, but the silence that followed was the best gift I ever bought myself.